Okay, welcome to day one of our 40-day journey into recovery and relief from stress. So, we are generally doing breath practices, and this is a little bit different. Of course, breath is always there, but we are focusing a little bit more on movement for this one. And it is intense movement sustained for um, 3 minutes at a time, and then another 3 minutes. And then it's going to be a very slow 2 or 3 minute gentle movement of the head, and then a final 1 minute big stretch that we're going to kind of hold for a minute. So, this is from the Kundalini yoga tradition. It's a Kriya, and Kriya is the Sanskrit or the sort of word that encapsulates a complete action. So the root of that is kr, which is sort of the same root as karma. Both connect to action. One action produces many reactions. The other action intends to harness the energy and apply it towards um, self-realization, connection, clarity, a sort of purification of the many different systems and elements of our body and being. So, physical, glandular, hormonal, which is related to the glandular system, the nervous system is being also engaged. And through that sort of engagement with a focus and a set time limit, there's a sort of result, right? So you can imagine you're in the kitchen, you have all these ingredients that are always sitting there, maybe a bag of flour, maybe a cup of milk, a cup of sugar, a few eggs. They're all just kind of hanging out, all these elements within us. And then we start to engage our intention and put those elements together and with a directed energy, blend them and put it in the oven for a certain amount of time. And then all of a sudden, you're left with a new product, a cake. So, using that metaphor and kind of transposing ourselves over it, we can see that Kriyas are like these recipes where we blend all these ingredients together of the physical body, of our posture, of our breath rhythm, of our ocular focus. And when we focus the eyes like this puts a certain pressure on the nerves, which relates messages to the brain. The yogis knew all of this and what these combinations did. So we are very fortunate to have access to these recipes so that we can really create an environment of sustainable happiness and connection. I was just tuning into an astrology teacher that I study with through YouTube. I don't know if anyone has gone down the rabbit hole of Vedic astrology, but his name in YouTube is KRS. And he just put something out that is reflecting on sadhana and how important it is in our current world as a means to maintain our humanity, especially with all of the technology that is replacing our sovereignty, our uh, awareness, and our conscious sort of reclaiming of our attention. So, thank you for showing up, and I hope this is a fruitful time for you. And I've been practicing Kundalini for many, many, many years since I started my yoga journey as a kid and also as an adult, like in earnest, these kind of kriyas. And I know that it has like created space for me to hold a lot. And you can look into pop psychology and these sort of like teachings that are becoming more and more prevalent, that whatever we have the bandwidth to sit with and be with and acknowledge no longer has a grip over our lives, right? So once we allow something to exist and come to the surface, its power dissolves. Anything in the shadow that we resist, that we ignore, that we sort of deny, starts to drain psychic energy. So these practices, in essence, what I found through my experience is that they empower me to not only fearlessly look and admit to the things that are maybe uncomfortable or not palatable, both within myself and in the world. And in holding space for them, they cease to have power over me. They do not create fear or stress or anxiety. So that's kind of what the root of mitigating stress is, being able to hold space for certain realities with the understanding that everything has a right to exist, and at the same time I control my energy and it doesn't have to overpower me. So hopefully that's helpful for you. And with all the elements at play in our world today, we can look at them and create a healthy acceptance. So let's get started. Just close your eyes and or gaze downwards, just taking a moment to bring your awareness close to home, to your breath, softening the shoulders, the jaw, softening the space behind the brow and in the belly. As you deepen your breath, begin to expand your belly, your lungs, your chest outwards on your inhale, slowing down, and then exhaling powerfully, drawing the navel in. And perhaps anchoring into an intention for this 40-day sadhana, this daily meeting of yourself in a committed and care-filled way, knowing that it is of utmost importance to tend to your own well-being, to meet yourself in all of your seasons with openness, with spaciousness to allow, acknowledge, appreciate. Setting your intention, perhaps a certain quality you may be cultivating in your life that has been missing or is particularly joy bringing. And then we'll begin our practice with mantra. This is a gateway of sound that holds the space for us to practice connected to lineage and honoring the source of these teachings, honoring the inner teacher as well, empowering your inner guide to become heard and consulted. Ong Namo, Guru Dev Namo. I bow to the creative consciousness, manifest energy from source into this world. I bow to all of my teachers, living and unembodied. I bow to the ancestors that have pave the way for my presence here, to my own inner guide. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Let's chant that 3 times. Big breath in. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Big breath in. And exhale. And just take a few breaths here to move your body. You can stretch the arms up. You're going to want to find movement in all directions through the spine. So we can do side to side stretching, cat cow on the hands and knees, or seated. So forward and back plane, lateral planes, and then twisting. You're welcome to move any way that feels nourishing for you. Just becoming aware of this central channel of the spine, which is also the subtle central channel of the nadis, or the meridians, the energetic pathways for prana, for our breath, for life force, to create a coherent space of communication throughout your body. So the lower parts are talking to the higher parts and vice versa. There's balance there. Sometimes I get stuck in the mind. Sometimes my body is sluggish and needs a little more air and space to wake up. All right, and then we'll stretch the spine tall, nice and easy. Extend the arms up and out to 60 degrees. You'll want to curl the fingers in, keep the thumb stretched out. Breath of fire. Inhale, exhale rapidly through your nose, eyes closed, eyes looking up to the crown, and begin. So breath of fire is equal parts inhale, exhale, rapid pace that you can sustain. This is a nice pranayama to clear out stagnant energy and just sort of redirect the electromagnetic current from the heart up into the energy aura, the field that is around you. And big breath in, expanding belly, lungs, chest, arms float overhead. Thumb tips touch like magnets, fingers reach up towards the sky. Hold your breath here, lifting the lower pelvic floor, root lock, low belly, pulling up and in, hold. And exhale, slowly expand the arms out and down, floating that energy back to earth, to your body, grounding fingertips beside you. Maybe imagining your fingers are plugged into the earth, co-regulating with the electromagnetic field of Mother Earth, our biocompatible source of all nourishment, including spiritual nourishment. Okay. And then we'll start our practice. So, first part of this Kriya is 3 minutes, and we're going to have the right elbow. So your forearm is in front of your body, right elbow is kind of by your side. Right arm is in front of your body, palm is facing down, and you're not going to bend your wrist. You want to kind of be aware of that subtle point. You're going to move your right hand up from the tip of your nose and down to your belly button. That's the range of movement here. And you want to keep the sort of elbow through the fingertips as one plank of energy. And you want to move real fast and forceful. So, this kind of movement, whenever we work with the arms, that immediately triggers a very unique kind of strength into your nervous system. So we're going to move very fast, very forcefully, and you want to put your entire life force. So this is almost like if anyone's ever done Qigong, you start to realize actually there is this like field of energy. And so when we move the field of energy like this, it starts to clear and sort of like kick stuff up. And you want to put all of your energy as much as you can into this movement. Your eyes are going to be closed, looking at the tip of your chin through your closed eyes. So that brings your sort of like prefrontal cortex part of your brain and the frontal lobe into this very unique state of like intense focus and internal regulation. And then after a minute of this, we're going to keep going, but we're just going to make a fist of the left hand. So your left hand can rest on your knee or in your lap. And then after 1 minute, we're going to make a fist and squeeze that fist. It's all very specific. And it might be revealed from inside why and what that specific reason is. So, all right. And it says that this action affects the psyche of your heart. So, one of my teachers said the heart is like a camera and it takes a lot of pictures through life. It sees and it feels and it experiences a lot of input emotionally, energetically, and it remembers these things, right? People die of a broken heart, animals, humans, or just, go through it. And then, so that psyche of your heart, its own unique system, starts to kind of unlock with this. And we can remove some of that stress that maybe has locked it down. So let's begin. Eyes closed, looking down at the tip of your chin through your closed eyes, and then begin moving your right arm up and down very quickly between the tip of your nose to your belly button. Just do your best. Stay connected to your breath. This is going to also move stuff throughout the shoulder area. And notice how your movement might create stress in other parts of your body. And if you can, selectively soften and remain easeful in your body while you're focused and intentional and forceful and vigorous in the right hand. Just doing your best. Keep it going. Create a little breeze here. Kind of nice in all the heat. Tip of the nose to belly button. You're just kind of almost like you're bouncing a ball, right? Really powerful up and down movement. Quick, 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 fast. Put your life into it. Now make a fist of your left hand. Keep going and just adding that fist. Tight fist. Not just any fist, a tight fist. So Kriyas intentionally create tension so that we can experience a reset of energy, right? Just like you're kinking a hose up, you stop the flow of energy, or there's like a pressure that builds. We're creating that pressure internally in a safe space with your own conscious intention behind it. And then externally, pressure can come, and we know what we're made of. We know what that feels like, and it's no longer a problem, right? We've already revealed it for ourselves. We've already had contact with it. Body has the bandwidth to accept that pressure. Good job. Keep going. 30 seconds left. Keep the eyes looking down at the tip of the nose. Keep your breath going, just one breath at a time. Don't have to think about the next 39 days or the next 3 minutes. Just here now. Be with yourself in this process. Incredibly powerful process. You'll see when we're done the shift. You'll feel it and experience it for yourself. Beautiful. And release, inhale. Exhale, relax. Relax the fist, relax the right arm. Let that energy circulate, feel it, acknowledge it. Things build up. This is our way of keeping it clear and sweeping out that buildup. Awesome. So the next part of this process, you're gonna bring your forearms parallel to the ground in front of you. Okay, so sorry, Kelly, I didn't see your comments. Sadhana means regular sacred practice. Yes, it's like a space of you coming into daily truth consistently. And then here we've got um, you're bending your elbows. So your left palm is going to face down and you're towards the earth. Your right palm faces up towards the heavens. Okay. And then we're going to move each hand and forearm rather up and down. So again, you're not moving from the wrist, you're moving from the elbow and you're moving up and down like you're bouncing a ball alternately. So one hand goes down, the other comes up, and then you switch. And again, this is a powerful movement and you're activating the sort of like upper and lower energies, the grounding and the uplifting, heaven and earth. And we're creating balance. Okay, so left palm facing down, connected to earth. This is the yin side, the receptive, the feminine, connecting to earth. And then the masculine, the active principle, the right side is connecting upward to heaven. So we're reaching for subtle, akashic, or space, heavenly, whatever you want to call it, energy. And then we're grounding our energy into earth simultaneously. And you're just bouncing the balls. Okay. And the eyes are not particularly fixed here. So you can close them and just go inwards for this. All right, let's begin. 3 minutes. We're just bouncing the balls. Left palm down, right palm up and down alternately. And just move powerfully. Again, Know that your intentional movement, your body, is a vessel, a vehicle for subtle energy. And we're just harnessing that right now. And you get to control very little in this world, I think, but I can control my own body, my energy. And we're doing that here. Stay connected to your breath. Now we're creating a rhythm also. So this rhythm on both sides of the brain, both hemispheres are engaged in alternate triggers. So alternate movement, one hand going down, one hand going up. This creates a bridge between both sides of cooperation, of rhythm, creating energetic momentum to carry you through your day. Again, notice other parts of your body that may have tensed up, hips, neck, jaw. Can you remain soft and open as you direct and control energy in the arms? Powerful with ease. Good job. 1 minute left. Sometimes powerful isn't hard, but soft. Strong movement with a different intention behind it. Powerful self-regulation. Just like the first day at the gym, it might be hard to lift 5 pounds 20 times. Your range of strength changes. And then breathe in, slowing the movement down. Exhale, relax, and just pause. And let that settle. Feel that activation within you. And then we're going to place your left hand at your heart center and your right hand over it. And then gently bend your neck to the left, bringing your left ear towards your shoulder. And then bring your head straight and bend your neck to the right, right ear towards your right shoulder. And just continue leaning your head left and right. And close your eyes. Let it become a very gentle, slow, restorative movement. Articulating the arc of your movement and your neck, respecting the range available to you. Slow, smooth movement. And this is kind of rebalancing the two hemispheres. And then bring your head straight up. Inhale your arms overhead, up, up, up. Straight, fingers open wide as you can. So, really stretching the hands apart. And then squeeze all the muscles of your body and keep stretching. We're only going to be here for a little bit. Squeeze everything and stretch and breathe. So whenever we squeeze and create this intentional tension, again, it's like trapping energy, collecting it, condensing it, and then freeing it. And that creates a whole new pattern. It's undoing that bend in the hose. We're in the bend part now, so just hold for a second more. Well, not just a second. Keep going just a little more. Few seconds. Squeeze and stretch. And then exhale, totally relax. So this might bring to light areas of tension in your body. You might feel when you relax that there's a certain spot in your shoulder or hip or wherever that is particularly activated. You envision your energy flowing to that fresh energy moving into those spaces, clearing out that old gunk, old information. And then we'll close with the mantra Sat Nam, truth is my identity. Big breath in. Sat Nam. Peace to all, love to all, light to all. Good job, day one. Take time to rest if you can. You can do a quick shavasana or just sit in meditation before you keep going on your day. And
thank you.
Thanks, everyone. If there's any questions, anything at all, please feel free to unmute or type in the chat.
That was cool.
It's pretty cool, right? Just kind of like harnessing the unseen. Sweet.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Have a great day. See
Thank you.